This was Operation Nimrod, the storming of the Iranian embassy in London in 1980 by the British Special Air Service in an attempt to end a siege orchestrated by the Democratic Revolutionary Movement for the Liberation of Arabistan, the group's name for the oil-rich Iranian province of KHUZESTAN. 6 members of the DRMLA, protesting against the regime of Ayatollah Khomeini, had taken over the building 6 days earlier, on the 30th of April 1980. But the event had only escalated into a military operation when they killed one of the 26 hostages, press attaché Abbas Lavasani, and threw his body outside. This was the catalyst that made British Prime Minister Margaret Thatcher give the go-ahead to the SAS. Only 23 minutes after Lavasani was thrown out of the building, the power was cut and a charge was detonated in a stairwell. SAS men blew in the window frames and some entered from the roof, using stun grenades to cause maximum confusion. 5 of the 6 hostage takers were killed in the 15-minute gun battle, with one of the bodies later found to have 76 gunshot wounds. Another hostage was also killed by the hostage takers. The 6th and only surviving member of the group, Fauzi Najad, left the embassy with the hostages but was swiftly arrested. Convicted for his role in the siege, he was sentenced to life imprisonment, becoming eligible for parole in 2005. Due to the possibility of him being tortured or executed if deported to Iran, the British government was faced with the ironic situation of possibly being forced to grant him political asylum. On the whole, though, Operation Nimrod was judged a success, at least until stories surfaced about hostage takers surrendering and still being shot by SAS soldiers. Significantly, the entire incident was captured on live television, with the BBC even interrupting coverage of the World Snooker Championships to cover the unfolding crisis, and reporter Kate Adie catapulting herself to media fame by reporting unscripted from behind a car door for 45 minutes in one of the longest ever live-to-air news flashes. Palomares is a small Spanish fishing village in East Andalusia. On the 17th of January 1966, it became the focus of global attention when a B-52 bomber of the US Air Force Strategic Air Command collided with a KC-135 tanker while refueling 9,500 meters above the Mediterranean Sea. The crash completely destroyed the tanker, killing all 4 crew on board. The B-52, meanwhile, disintegrated, though 4 of the crew did survive. Of much more concern to the world, though, was the B-52's cargo. It was carrying 4 hydrogen bombs, probably of the Mk-28 type. One of the bombs fell into the Mediterranean, but the other 3 landed near Palomares. The impact detonated the conventional explosives in 2 of them, and 2 square kilometers of land became contaminated with uranium and plutonium. 1,750 tons of the contaminated material were dug up and transported to the States for disposal at the Savannah River plant in South Carolina, while the Spanish Minister for Information and Tourism, Manuel Fraga, and the American ambassador, Angie Duke, swam off the local beach in order to prove the area's safety to the assembled media. It took 80 days to track down the 4th bomb, which was eventually discovered 760 meters under the sea in April 1966. Brought to the surface by the USS Petrel, the bomb was recovered using an unusual method, the Bayesian search theory, which assigns probabilities to map grid squares. The Americans were aided in their quest by a local fisherman, Francisco Simo Orts, who became known as Paco el de la Bomba. Orts had seen the bomb enter the water and could pinpoint the spot. Maritime law awards a nominal salvage amount for a successful recovery, but a nominal 1% of a $2 billion bomb is $20 million, so unsurprisingly, Orts made a salvage claim. The Air Force settled out of court.
Three, two, one.